Hey everyone, Ivy Gaming here, and today we're playing Dragonheir Silent Gods. For today's video, we have another dev Q&A to go over. Let's get into it. Alright, so this was posted today, April 27th, and I wanted to get right on it and read it. I guess I was like an hour late to noticing it, but trying to get this out as soon as possible so we can talk about it together. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I haven't looked at it all. I'm gonna honest live react to it as we go along. And just a little heads up, guys, I actually did some summons with my little baby girl Lily, and she brought some Lily luck along with her. So stay tuned for that to be posted the next couple days as well. All right, let's get into this. Dear travelers, Season 3 has been underway for a while, and we're thrilled to hear your discussions about the new mythic gear and hero classes that have been added to the game. Additionally, we will continue to upgrade and optimize some features, aiming to enhance your gaming experience. Additionally, the developers of Dragonheir Silent Gods will keep listening to your voice. They're here to answer your most discussed questions. So, about new content. Some heroes from Season 1 still perform well in Arena. I hope there will be a chance for Season 3 to get some of these heroes from a card pool. The reply, there will be a chance, although we currently do not intend to separate hero card pools by season. We will have other pools to help you get heroes from earlier season. For example, at the end of the month, we'll launch a series of events, including exclusive card pools categorized by hero elements, which will help you get the heroes of your choice. You can look forward to that. So that's what's called, I think, Blossom Summons. If you've heard people talk about that or seen that mentioned in video, Blossom Summons are coming, and it says at the end of this month, which is like now they're coming. Maybe they mean May, I don't know. But yeah, we're supposed to be getting some special summoning banners that are like increased odds to get necrosis heroes, poison heroes, etc. Pretty cool. I think that's a good idea. All right, next up. Developers should now pay more attention to the seasonal system and make sufficient updates each season. Other players and I haven't seen much new content this season. Also, I want to know what specific optimizations the developers are making because they gave this promise last time. All right, the reply, thank you for your feedback. We fully understand the demand for more new game modes in the new season. Honestly, this is our biggest challenge. It's not easy to strike an in-game balance while fine-tuning content from an old season and adding new stuff in a new season. We're dedicated to investing more in designing and developing new game modes to meet the growing demands of veteran players, such as reducing repetitive in-game mechanics to keep players interested and motivated. However, considering the influx of new players, we also need to continuously adjust the imperfect settings of past seasons. Our main goal is to still bring the best experience within our capabilities. Now, to get back to the point, we will soon release updates for the main game modes, such as Dungeon Stages, Fey Meander, Temporal Vortex, Arena, and other events, so you can look forward to those. Yeah, they did talk about Fey Meander. Instead of having to like run around and take so much time with that, they were going to make it more like Pillar of Trial or something. I don't really know what they're changing regarding Vortex and Arena, but hey, I guess we'll see. Alright, about game mode optimization. Alright, it's quite difficult to train heroes at the beginning of a season, and the resources available early are limited. Currently, the game requires too many XP potions and elemental crystals to upgrade heroes to the highest level, which forces players to go through lengthy, tedious, repetitive battles. I hope the game can improve in this aspect. For example, by increasing drop rates or reducing the XP required for leveling up. Yeah, we just live in Goblin. You never stop farming Goblin because once you do, you need to start farming it all over again, pretty much, right? All right, reply here. We have a special optimization for dungeons already in progress. We will adjust the difficulty of early dungeon levels and add more levels. For the early levels, we aim to make it easier to train your heroes with difficulty appropriately reduced. The levels don't get too challenging until you've made it to the late game. Additionally, we are also planning to adjust the rewards from daily events like hard training. We'll soon introduce a feature where players can send heroes to gain XP. This feature is almost finished, so you can look forward to that. So that feature is something that's kind of been described to be like the sparring pit in Raid Shadow Legends, I think, where you just can like send them to an area to level up over time, like an idle RPG type aspect, which is really nice. I'm definitely looking forward to that. All right, next one. At the start of a new season, the game modes can take a lot of time to grind. And by mid-season, it's just about collecting resources and never having enough stamina. By the end of the season, due to the low drop rates of high-quality items like mythic gear pieces, it's very hard to obtain them, which makes collecting them less desirable. I think the first and last months of each season are very tiring. This is kind of something we've expressed a lot in content creator chat, is like the beginning grind is just boring, and then the end game grind is exhausting, trying to make so many teams for the end game boss instantly that it's just, I don't know, it becomes pretty frustrating. And by the time you get to the end game, are you like, when you're in the other world and all that stuff, you're hardly farming dungeons anymore. You really want to be able to get that gear a little bit earlier in the season, ideally. All right, their reply, we're fully aware of the poor experience brought by repetitive grinding phase at the beginning of a new season. To allow players to quickly start building their hero lineups, engage in strategic gameplay, and enjoy the challenges of dungeon stages and other levels, we will do our best to optimize this part of the game and make it shorter and less tiring. Additionally, we plan to introduce a new Temporal Vortex Challenge game mode mid-season. We're confident that this game mode allows enough players agency and enough player agency? I don't know. And lets you enjoy a lot of fun aimed at allowing players to build more diversified teams in this mode so you won't feel bored mid-season. Please look forward to it. Well, I would say mid-season isn't the problem. I don't know. I guess it depends on what season you're in. All right. Lastly, regarding the sources of mythic gear, we fully understand your desire to obtain more powerful gear and make stages more challenging. However, when it comes to specific drops, we're always very cautious. We'll make appropriate adjustments after a more thorough analysis of the situation. Thank you for your suggestions and understanding. Yeah, honestly, I don't feel like mythic gear drops are an issue. I know people are going to hate me saying that, but it's supposed to be special gear. It's not supposed to be like every single character in your account has a mythic chest or glove. I don't think it's meant to be that. Like, obviously, and we're already able to do that pretty easily, honestly. Maybe not perfect rates. The only thing I would say is mythic gear should maybe not have flat stats, like flat HP, flat attack or defense. It should always be a percentage. So when you do get it, it's actually more usable. That would be my my feedback, I guess. But really, when it comes to gear overall, I'd want to see the drop rates increase at day 14 instead of day 30. That's what I'd want to see. All right, other content. Currently, due to the rules of Arena, there are issues such as matchmaking taking too long, defensive teams using strong lineups to drag out matches, resulting in draws, and a poor experience for attackers. I hope the Arena rules can be optimized soon. Their reply, roger that, we spent a lot of effort optimizing and redesigning the Arena experience. Our team is also very happy to tell everyone that the new version of the Arena game mode will be available at the end of this month. I'm confused why they say in this month, because it is the end of April. Do they actually mean the end of April, or do they mean May? I think they actually mean May. I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. Then we will also welcome players to play the game mode some more and provide us with your precious feedback. The adventure never ends, and our optimizations and improvements will never stop either. They really do a good job with quality of life and overall optimization and like yeah, quality of life mostly, I would say. But I think they have done pretty good with it, all their updates. Not gonna lie, they really have. The whole season system is a big discussion on its own, but besides the season system itself, I really like all the updates they do. Alright, question. Could you clarify the season catch-up mechanics? Many people would like to know more about this. I mean, I hope there would be season catch-up mechanics if they change the way seasons are structured. Well, let's see. Certainly, for players who did not enter the new season right after a server merger, we will adopt a stamina compensation mechanic. For each day they've missed during the season, we'll distribute one standard stamina bread to those players. Additionally, we'll soon launch a return to playing event for returning players, which will also help them catch up with the game's progress faster. Okay, that sounds good. So if you enter a season right after the merger. Okay. So if you're a little late to start playing with server mergers, you will get a little bit of a catch-up mechanic. That's pretty nice. I like that. And the return to playing sounds great. Still, again, really want to see a real catch-up mechanic to where Season 1 brand new players are not far behind to join us with the current season. And when things reset, we want to have everyone reset together. But again, that's the whole big discussion that we're still hoping that they can figure out. All right, next. The recommended artifacts in the hero guide are similar to each other, and they're only recommendation for DPS lineups. I hope the hero guide can be more comprehensive and useful. Oh my gosh, I do have to say, this is a big feedback for me. Staff, mods, if anyone that takes notes is listening, watching this video, you gotta change the way they do recommended artifacts. It's terrible. It's only based on what other people are playing with, and that's not just because other people are using that artifact doesn't mean it's good. For example, Zadok was suggested to have an enlightenment artifact. He don't use enlightenment. Nothing about his kit is derivative damage or enlightenment. Why would Zadok be suggested by 50% of people, or why are 50% of players using a terrible artifact for Zadok? That's just because they don't know what they're doing. But it makes no sense. I really, really hope that they can change the recommended artifacts. I have to agree. Alright, we made a series of upgrades and adjustments to the Hero Guide section in the update on April 11th. Now the team recommendation interface has a one-tap save team feature. Depending on the heroes you have, you can directly save the recommended lineup for use or make adjustments. Once your choice is confirmed, you can create and use that team immediately. Moreover, for the official guide interface, we added hero skill icons for visibility, so the detailed skill descriptions are one tap away. The recommended artifacts section has also been adjusted to prioritize artifacts that are most frequently used by recent players, followed by our official recommendations. Yeah, they need to change that. I'm sorry, you guys really need to change that. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's not always the best answer. There should be a little bit of both, and more options. Separate, like most used and then whatever. But honestly, just because it's most used doesn't mean it's right. Alright, for support heroes and defensive heroes, we also have added team recommendation info to the hero guide section, making it easier for players to refer to and use. Moving forward, we'll combine your user experience and new feedback to make further adjustments. And yeah, this is just showing that save team feature. You can save the team and you can switch it. You could switch out other people. So it's not necessarily exactly what the team is. It like picks which support people you should use or whatever, but you can change it. You don't have to save every single person. You could be like, I don't want to use a Spalta. I want to use whoever. You can actually change it. Alright, and thank you all for submitting your feedback. As always, the developers will read your comments and suggestions while designing changes and updates accordingly. We encourage you to submit feedback via our customer support. Just log in the game, go to settings, and tap the customer support icon. That's about it for this Q&A session. A big thank you to everyone who made their voices heard. Adenthia is a more enchanting place because of you. Meanwhile, we encourage you to send your feedback and suggestions on various platforms. The Dragonheir Silent Gods team will do its best to polish the game according to your expectations and bring you a more awesome gaming experience. And there we have it. Alright guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.